at our chromosomes in more detail as far as what we need to know for genetics. So here's a normal human karyotype. We have our autosomal chromosomes, 1 through 22, and then we have our sex chromosomes, so it can be female or male. Now, if we look at our chromosomes like in a little bit closer detail, let's take chromosome pair number 1. These are 2 chromosomes, one from the mom, one from the dad. These are duplicated or unduplicated? Unduplicated. So I'm going to separate them just to give myself some more room. So here's a chromosome, maternal chromosome from the mom. Here's a paternal chromosome from the dad. Now on these chromosomes, we have genes. These genes, maybe this code for eye color. Let's pretend it's always an easy one to start with. So in this locus, or location, really, like this locus or a section of the chromosome, over here, the same locus, you will also have eye color on both of the homologous pairs. So here we have a gene for eye color. Now, how many copies of each gene do we have? 2. Do we have 2 copies of every gene? Yes or no? Yeah, why do we have 2 copies of every gene? Yeah, one from the mom, one from the dad, always? Yeah, unless it's a sex chromosome. If you're a boy, X and Y, you only got 1 copy on the X. But generally, we have 2 copies of every gene. So now, let's go ahead and look. So this would say like brown eyes, and this would say blue eyes. Do you guys know what these different versions of the same gene are called? So the different versions, brown and blue eyes, of the same gene, eye color. So what are the different versions of the same gene called? Alleles! Yay! So here we have 2 alleles. Is that a true statement to say we have 2 alleles for each trait? Yeah, one from the mom, one from the dad. Now, alleles are just different versions, but of the same gene. What alleles are possible in the human population for eye color? Brown, green, blue, hazel. Purple's possible, very, very rare. Gray, very, very rare. Albino, no eye color. Okay, that's like lacking pigment, either eyes look red or orange. I'll tell you a story when she's not recording me about that. And so anyway, we can also write these genes though as letters. Oops. So you, a lot of times I've seen big B, little b, all of that. What we're really saying is here is the allele for brown eyes, here is the allele for blue eyes. That's what those letters represent. And those letters are genotypes. So here, big B, small b would be the genotype for this individual person. What would that be called? 2 different letters. Heterozygous. Heterozygous, right? So now to review, phenotype is what you can see. You can actually see the blue eyes when you look at this person. And then the genotype is 2 little b's. Those are the 2 copies they got from their parents. They got a little b from the mom and a little b from the dad. That gives them blue eyes. Over here we have phenotype is brown eyes. You can be a big B and a small b, or a big B and a big B. Both can give you brown eyes. So genotype, phenotype. Okay? And you can stop the video. Now,